Hey guys, and welcome to my Apex Legends tier list. If you don't know what a tier list is, I'm basically ranking. It's basically like a rank system, and you rank every single thing you want from S tier, from F tier to S tier. F being the worst, S being the very best. So, might as well not waste any time because this video is probably going to take a while. So, let's get into it. F tier. I don't think any of the legends are just bad, like really, really bad, to the point where like you play them, they're just done. They all have unique features and they're all pretty cool. But D tier, it's going to Caustic. Now, Caustic's good. Obviously, he's the king of camping, and he's good for camping out an area. But thing is, you don't know his traps. You don't know if it's an enemy or not. And that gets really annoying. And he doesn't have much benefits to the team. So, I mean, his ult is really useful, but it's basically just a gas can with a blanket full of it. Just blanketed in an area. So, I say Caustic goes to D tier. Now, he's the only one in D tier so far. So, C, at the very bottom of C tier, is going to Mirage. Mirage, he used to be very bad. You used to never be able to bamboozle anybody. But now, I mean, since you can actually control his decoys, it's much more easier to bamboozle people. And plus, it's invisible when you're healing and stuff. Thing is, he does have those invisibility abilities, but it's not really much of a benefit to the team. And his ultimate, all you gotta do is like spray and pray in one of the areas, and the Mirage is found. And once they find you, they're not gonna shoot at your decoys. And if you're like right next to them, it's not going to be too pretty if you use a decoy right in front of them and you're not having your gun out. So, Mirage sits at the bottom of C tier. Alright, next in place for C tier is Revenant. Now, Revenant's useful and all. And, sorry, Revenant, he's looking directly at my soul. He wants to kill me. Anyway, Revenant's useful and all, but the thing what I have a problem is obviously his ultimate. Once you go in there, like a pro players want to go, like the Death Totem gives you that chance to go in there risk free and just make all the crazy plays you want. But the thing is, if you die, you go right back to the totem and you have to heal because you're already down like half health. Thank God they changed it from 1 health though. But you're already down at like half health. And if a Caustic trapped, like, your totem, like, he's gonna know where you are and he's gonna kill you, and you already have, like 0 health by then, so, I mean, his tactical is pretty useful, and I'm so glad they gave him 2 instead of 1. And his climb is not that useful. You're not gonna use it as much, and, I mean, his crouch is pretty useful for, healing and Storm. But, Revenant, sorry bro, you gotta go to C tier. Alright, at the top of C tier, we got Crypto. CC, boys. Anyway, Crypto. You're a sitting duck. I mean, his drone is pretty useful. Don't get me wrong, his drone is useful for seeing out enemies, plus he can see how many enemy squads are in the area. That's useful. But no matter what you do, your tactical is always going to be that drone, and you're always a sitting duck. Now, his ultimate is really useful, and it does affect you sometimes, and I'm so glad they nerfed the thing where you remove the shield and put it back on during the Crypto ult. That was so freaking annoying. But I'm just glad that they got rid of that. But Crypto, the thing with Crypto is you're always a sitting duck. Really useful, don't get me wrong, but he's a sitting duck. Alright, moving on to B tier already. Pathfinder. I would have moved Pathfinder to A tier, but his grappling hook. Oh my god. I have got to show you the cooldown on this man's grappling hook. Alright. Cooldown time. 35 seconds. It was like 12, and that was perfectly fine, but they nerfed him hard. And now he has like 35 seconds. Now his zip line is really useful for getting around the map. And don't get me wrong, that's a good ability. And if you use him right and use like his passive right, he's a really useful character. But the only thing wrong that's not going right with Pathfinder is his cooldown for his grappling hook. Like, by now, I'll definitely be using it. Like, by now, I can grapple to here. So, it's just, yeah. That's the only thing with Pathfinder. Alright. Next person we have, Pathfinder is obviously the bottom of B tier. Next person we have is my friend Macedon's main, Octane. Now, Octane's pretty useful for, you know, getting in there and then be like, dead. But the thing is, if you don't know how to play him right, you go in there, die, get rezzed, go in there, die, get rezzed, go in there, die, get rezzed. So if you don't know how to play him right, Octane's not gonna be, you know, good for you. And don't get me wrong, his jump pad is extremely useful. Not as useful as Pathfinder's grappling hook, but the reason I gave him so higher than Pathfinder is his passive is so useful in so many situations. You don't have to sit there syringing, and it's so satisfying when you get that last bit of health. When you get that last bit of health because you regenerate. That's so satisfying when you're playing Octane. Anyway, Octane sits in the middle of B tier. Anyway, next person we have for B tier is Loba. Now, don't get me wrong, Loba is really useful for the team, and she is one of my mains. I don't main her or anybody else. I main all the characters, and I like all the characters in their unique way. Give me a sec. I'm actually going to see how long this video is. Alright, there we go. So, don't get me wrong, she's really useful with that she can see like gold and purple loot through walls, and she can place down her ult, and you can take any loot in the area. Well, 2 loot in the area, and you can collapse it. That is really useful. Thing going with Loba is you're a sitting duck whenever you throw your thing. Like, if you want to make a rescue mission, pick up the banner, and it just takes forever, and you're going to die by the time you get out of there. So, you know, thing is, like, for example, Pathfinder, you do it instantly. Hold on. Wraith, instantly, so you can instantly get the heck out of there. With Loba, it takes a minute. Literally. You do have an option to drop to the ground, but you won't get as far as you would. That's why she sits at B tier. And now, the highest one of B tier has to go to my boy Bloodhound. Now, Bloodhound is really useful, especially that his scanner got 3 times the range than it usually would. And, you know, his ult is really useful too. I don't really know what to say about Bloodhound. It's just, people think, I got something. People think whenever you use your ult, you feel like you're invincible. And really, you just go super fast, and every enemy is marked red. Now, although that may be useful, you're not unstoppable, and that's what leaves players to die, because they instantly run in there and get knocked. Kind of like Octane would. And he's in the same rank as B. So, I think you understand why these characters went wrong. Well, they didn't go wrong, and they're really fun to play, but you know what I mean. So, next, at the bottom of A tier, we got Bangalore. Now, Bangalore is really useful, because obviously if you land a direct hit with the smoke, you do 10 damage, and Bangalore plus Bloodhound is a great combo, because you can see through the smoke and they can't. Plus, if you're getting shot at, you run way faster. So that's just useful by itself because if you need to, it's useful for getting in and out, or just running away. So it's useful for anything. Plus, her ult is a zoning and a freaking attack mechanism, and that's really useful. So, Bangor sitting at the bottom of A tier. Next, we have Lifeline. Anyway, her health drone is really useful. Really, really useful. So if you have a lifeline on your team and, like, you take damage, you don't want to use... It's really useful for not using syringes and stuff. But that only got rid of my shield, are you kidding me? But it's really useful for not using syringes and med kits and just wasting that. You can save them for the later battles when you don't have your healing drone. It does have 45 seconds, but I can understand the cooldown time. That's perfectly fine. Thing about Lifeline, though, her ultimate is a randomized care package. And you have, I think you have at least guaranteed of getting a purple. Hold on. Let me do something right quick. Yeah, you have a guaranteed of getting one purple. And I don't like that it's randomized. That's just not going for her. Anyway, next, at the top of A tier, we have Gibby. Gibby is really useful. His passive ability literally is a gun shield. Although, like, all you see is, like, blue around you, it gives you protection, which is really useful. And his freaking dome, like, although you can't shoot out of it, like, it doesn't last as long, but, And his ultimate, oh my god, you get caught in that thing, oh my god, it's just so bad. But the reason why Gibby isn't at the top is he's so slow. And, I understand why he's so slow, but he's so slow, and, that's probably what's going wrong for him. And Caustic, he's slow too, so. Alright, at the bottom of S tier, we only have Wattson and Wraith. Who is it going to be? Wraith is at the bottom of S tier. Okay, I can feel some of the tryhards leaving now. Although Wraith's ability is like, easily get out of here, and then and then she also has a zoning ability, which you can easily get your team to a different spot. Plus you tell people, like, it tells you, a freaking voice tells you if you're being aimed at or shot at. And sometimes it is obvious, but sometimes it can really save your life when you're looting or something. So there's nothing to say wrong about Wraith. But I have to give the top place to Wattson. Wattson does everything. Not only can she fence a place off and camp an area, but she can also recharge your shield and place more fences. Plus, these little ultimate accelerants, I love these things. She instantly gets her ult with one of these. You get one of these, boom, ult. Watch. Ult. Then, boom. 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 Oh, bro. Right. I'm an idiot. Although it slowly charges up her shield, it is really useful. And Wattson just does everything, and that's why she's the top of my Apex tier list. Thank you guys for watching. I have to give credit to my friend Mastodon who helped me create this list. I'm sorry if your main didn't get to the top, but, it's just that. But this is all my opinion. So, I'm not a pro either, so. You knew the deal. Smash like, subscribe, comment down below, whatever you want. Hit the notification bell to see all my videos in the near future. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next one. Peace. And comment down below what you think your Apex tier list would be. I don't know. Peace.